And now to our major story, everyone. Yesterday, a delegation of Nigeria's Governors Forum met with President Buhari. The president made it clear that payment of salaries to workers should be any government's priority. He even wondered how some of the governors sleep without paying salaries. The governors in turn asked for the full payment of the Paris Club refund. They believe that that will help them offset backlogs. But it is not that simple. The Paris refund had been paid in 2 tranches to the state. And there are still questions of transparency and accountability over some states. That is the utilization of these funds. And that is where we take up at this moment. I have the former national chairman of the Young Democratic Party, Mr. Inya Etuk, and a former speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Victor Ochei. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us on the program today. Let me begin with you here in the studio. You understand how the state apparatus work. Some of the times the governors come to your table when you were a speaker to ask for the permission to get loans, to get these and that. And when it comes to utilization of the funds, the Assembly also does what they call oversight function on some of these issues. But how come that most states in Nigeria, after about 3 financial reliefs from the federal government, are still owing salaries? And the president did say, he wonders how some of these governors sleep when salaries of the workers are not paid.
Well, thank you, Shiro, for having me, and good evening, viewers. It is indeed an issue that needs a lot of consideration. First and foremost, some states have over-bloated workforces, and over a period, we had the issue of ghost workers and all of that. So if you're going to deal with the salaries of paid workers, I mean, workers who are engaged by the state government, you need now to look at your workforce critically. Do you actually need the workforce you have? And if you don't need them, what are you doing to ensure you are viable enough to pay those who work for you? Because every worker is worthy of his reward. That's why he wakes up in the morning and goes out to work for you for 8 hours minimum and ensure that he earns a salary at the end of the month. But now, with the bailout funds, I am at a loss what's really happening. Let us assume that perchance there was no Paris Club refund. Would these states have shut down? The answer is no. They would have looked at some other means of ensuring that their workers get paid.
You think they wouldn't shut down?
They wouldn't shut down.
Some of them were owing salaries of almost 2 years. Sure. And in fact, some of them have been declared insolvent. Some financial analysts will still tell you that some of these states are still insolvent.
Well, I don't believe any state is insolvent.
Really?
Because Nigeria is a blessed country. Every state in Nigeria has, I can tell you, the means to survive without going to the federal government for handouts. But it needs us to develop our various individual states to ensure that we can produce what we need as a people to survive the state going forward.
I've heard governors,
Yes.
that told me that, Shaun, if I pay salaries, I don't have maybe more than 50 million naira after paying salaries. That's when they get federal allocation. Pay salaries, and that's just about it.
Yeah.
How sad can that be?
Well, that's very sad to say the least. It's very sad to say after you pay salaries, you have nothing else. But the truth, Shaun, let us be real. This is not the time to run government as a business, a social business. It's got to be business run as a profitable venture. Now, look at your workforce. Do you actually have what you need? Or you are doing as a social service that, well, whoever comes, let us accommodate. And the people who are paid salaries for works they don't do. The people who don't even have a seat in their offices, yet they collect salaries at the end of the month.
Okay.
I'm not saying now you should go sacking them, but you need to do an audit of what you need as a state government and look at government business, the business of governance today. If what you have is beyond what you need, you need to start knowing how to curtail it and create enabling environment for your state to thrive.
It is not every state that is facing this problem. There are a few states, just a handful of them, that could say that they're paying salaries and not owing salaries.